HarperCollins presents Mummy's Little Secret by M.A. Hunter. Read by Rose Robinson and Charlie Mudie. Chapter 1. Before. Jess. If the little girl hadn't been deathly pale and trembling as she'd hesitantly whispered, I probably wouldn't have thought twice about it. She's not my mum. My instinct is to frown and internally question whether I've simply misheard. Her eyes are shining in the late afternoon August sunshine, and as I continue to study her face, her lower lip wobbles, like she wants to say more, but can't find either the words or the strength. Over the girl's left shoulder, I catch a glimpse of Grace squealing with delight as she swings through the air, pushing her legs out and then promptly tucking them beneath the plastic seat as the chain overhead squeaks under the strain. "Mummy, look at me!" Grace's voice carries on the wind. I raise my hand to acknowledge her, but my focus remains on the other girl's face. Perhaps what she actually said was she's lost her mother. From my seated position, it is difficult to see beyond the playground apparatus. The giant climbing frame shaped like a pirate ship blocks out the horizon to the right, and beyond Grace and the swings, the forest of green shares little of the secrets it holds. You wouldn't believe it is the height of summer. It's been over a week since we last donned shorts, but at least there's no rain today. Talk of an imminent heat wave in the weeks to come doesn't fill me with joy. From the way the girl is gripping the arms of my chair, her knuckles an unnatural shade of white, experience tells me that something is very wrong. A flashback to the hushed conversations between the midwife and doctor flickers before my eyes, as I'd sucked hard on the gas and air. I'd known back then that something wasn't right, even though they'd yet to tell me just how bad things really were. Their faces had failed to keep my pulse from rising, and this terrified child is doing little to ease my anxiety. I shake the memory away. Now is not the time. As I open my mouth to ask the girl to repeat what she said, there is an explosion of colour in the corner of my eye. "Daisy? Daisy?" The Scottish accent echoes across the protective carpet of soft rubber that stretches beneath the playground equipment. The girl's arms tense and her eyes seem to widen in greater panic, but her stare remains locked on mine, as if she's trying to assess whether I'll admit what she's told me, begging me to keep quiet. A foreboding shadow falls upon us, and I am forced to glance towards the sky, now seeing the tall figure hovering over us. A pale blue cardigan pokes from beneath the large waxed overcoat, the rancid smell reminding me of childhood visits to farms. "Daisy? Ah, there you are," the woman says. "Leave this poor lady alone." She's much older than I'd expected. A shock of auburn hair interspersed with wisps of grey and subtle blonde undertones. The skin above her cheeks is mauve and hangs, while the lines beside her eyes are tight and strained. Maybe she's the child's gran or minder. Certainly not her mother. "Sorry if my daughter's being a nuisance," the woman continues. "Daisy, how many times have I told you not to wander off?" I look back at the girl. She doesn't look like a Daisy. If I had to guess, I would say she was a Ruth or a Sandra, a name that would conform to the direct stare and determined scowl. The name Daisy belongs to a fair child with a playful smile and a mischievous look in her eyes. This girl has neither quality, yet there is a subtle femininity to her features, firm but fair. The waxed coat sleeve reaches out and extracts the girl's hands from the arms of my wheelchair. "Come along now. Places to go, people to see." "She wasn't being a nuisance," I offer quickly, feeling drawn to engage with these strangers, but unsure why. "Really, no bother at all." The woman pauses and looks down at me, almost astonished that the cripple before her in the rickety old wheelchair has a voice. "That's kind of you to say." She turns to move away before hesitating and looking back at me, extending a hand as she does. "Morag." I blink in surprise, but shake her hand. "Jess."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?